Greetings! Are you planning a new cosplay build for the next con that you're going to and don't want your puny human hands showing? Well, you're in the right place, as in today's video we're going to show you a new process that I've been experimenting with, which is to cast some super realistic prosthetic troll hands, alien hands, or hands like the guy from Shape of Water. The design itself is up to you, but the process will stay the same. Follow along as we'll be 3D printing, mixing up some goop, getting troll snot all over my hands, and breaking a finger or two. Please consider hitting like and subscribing if you like this content. Let's start the process by moving into the computer. First, I hopped onto the internet and found a model of a hand that looked kind of like mine. Then I brought it into my sculpting software, making sure to add keys so the hand and the mold would gel together correctly. Then I made 3 duplicates of the model, one that I kept as the hand itself, one that I sculpted out all the detail that I wanted in the new hand, and one that would be the final outside shell of the model. Then, using those 3 models, and some boolean cuts, which are a method of using one model to cut into another model, I pieced together what would then become our mold. Then, once the 3 parts of the mold are complete, I export the models and send them to the slicer software. Once that's done, I hit print and wait for 18 hours. Woo! Okay, print is done. And now we're going to test it. Let's see how that peels. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Take it over here to the silicone station. Mixed up a bunch of silicone. Here I have the part 1 and part 2 of the positive molds, which allows me to sort of paint it and paste it into the mold, squish this in, push that one on, and hopefully we end up with 2 fairly evenly spread parts. Okay. Okay, that's already thickening up by a lot. Oh, damn. Okay, give me one of these. Now what I'm going to do is take this and just try and make sure that we've got a relatively even coat all the way through the mold. Right, so now I've got the 2 halves sort of gooped up. Now I'm going to take my printed hand, slip it into this one, and hopefully I can get them to get the 2 sides of the mold to join up. So I've got 1 hand, 2 hands. They should squidge together. And now I'm going to go find something to actually clamp it. I think we're looking pretty good here. Let's leave that for tomorrow morning and open it up and see what we learn. I'm sure that this won't work, but it's at least a step in the right direction.
12 sleepless hours later.
Okay, so we've got the first take of the hand here, and as you can see, it went less than perfect. However, we learnt a lot. We learnt that it wasn't quite troll-like enough in the thickness that it was, and that I need a lot more silicone just to really make sure that everything locks in together. So what we've done here is I've remodeled a little bit, thickening up the fingers a whole bunch, and printed the 2. There. Now I just need to clean this up a little bit, and we're going to do a second take at this, put a whole bunch more silicone per mold, smush it together, make sure that there's enough that it's actually squidging out of the sides here, And then we're going to leave that overnight to see if it demolds slightly better than the first time round. First, I need to mix up the silicone. Okay. This is called thixotropic isotope, or thixo. We just kind of put a bit in, and then we mix it up and see how thick it gets.
Thixo should fixo the problem.
Very good. Go. So that is already a lot thicker, almost as thick as my brother. So now what I'm doing is adding a bit of it into the mould whilst it's slightly runnier to let that be sort of our skinning layer, and then I'm going to thicken it up even more to make sure that we have the filler layer on the inside.
So it's basically like Easter egg chocolate making. You put it on one shell and then the other shell.
Okay, I can kind of see what you mean. Okay, nice. So that looks okay to me as the first layer of both of these. I'm going to make this even thicker, just because I really don't want this stuff to... I want to be able to really overload the mold. Okay, you ready for this? Oh no, I should have had a plan here.
What do you need?
Fine. Run.
Oh god,
run,
oh
run.
no.
Run. Okay, I'm doing this. I'm going to do this over the mold here.
That makes sense.
Okay, well, as much as I was trying to not get this all over my hands, I've got this one, and those should basically squish together. Hold. There. Squidge. Squidge. It's almost like I've got troll snot all over my hands.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to leave it like that. I think that the suction of the mold itself will hold itself together. So I don't think I need to clamp it. Usually I would try and keep the mold halves like really neatly together, but I think I'll need to trim that seam line anyway. So I'm kind of hopeful that it just lines up and holds together for the night. Okay, it's set overnight. The silicone is well and truly set. And we're going to take the mold apart. Go and start by peeling off all of the crap that got stuck on the outside. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, look at that. Those are some troll thingies if I've ever seen them. There. So those are the air bubbles that I have. It's one there and one on this finger here. I think I should be able to just cut a slight slit, put a bit of silicone to fill it, and then let that set. But I'm going to remove the back half as well so that I can fill any of those bits too. Yeah! Okay, the back side is beautiful. Nice. Look at that. Before we remove it from this mold here, I'm gonna cut this open and fill it with a tiny bit of silicone. So that'll be my next step. But otherwise, I think this is a perfectly usable model. Woo! To fill these up, I have mixed up a smaller pot of silicone. I've got a syringe. My hope is to just poke a really small hole at either end, squirt some silicone into that hole, and then let it set again overnight, just to try and be sure that we don't have any major cavities. I'm hoping the silicone isn't too viscous. Oh, okay. Need another hole. pretty messy. You can see where I've actually poked the holes in. The silicone wants to just work its way out those gaps. I'm just trying to make sure that it doesn't set with massive spillages for each of those parts there. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this to one side and take another look at it tomorrow. Okay, so now the silicone that we put down yesterday in all these, in the holes that were there, it's all solidified and is looking good. It's got a slightly glossier texture than the cast part, but we'll throw some baby powder over it and no one will notice. Next couple steps would be to take an X-Acto blade and just run along that seam line. Yeah, we'll get rid of all the flaps. Aye, I'll do this later. Let's unmold it. Patience.
Wait. This one right here. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's a lot harder to take off when it's this much thicker. Should I just break the thumb? I think I want to break the thumb.
Okay.
That felt very...
Very real.
Yeah. Well, I could be a troll chiropractor. Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1, breathe. Okay, now breathe. 3, 2, 1. Oh, perfect. Okay, there we go. That's okay. Woo. Okay. Oh, I did it. That way. Like that.
Show me the...
I think I know which finger that was. Aha!
That was a good one. It's so good.
Ooh, that's a good time. Okay.
That's all the fingers.
Inside of this. On the outside.
Christmas hand, Christmas hand. I don't.
That's creepy as hell.
Uh-huh.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Just put it on the inside here. I can actually feel that nail groove where my nail is actually slotting into that area. But I think it's cool. We need to neaten this up. And
Can you do some poses?
that one. There's
Thumbs up.
it's quite amazing how much sort of the thickness of this one compared to this initial one. Like, I've gone quite a lot thicker and also more silicone in the actual mold, but it does actually make it remarkably harder to grip. But I think the thickness makes it so much more troll-like.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So now we can have a troll using baby powder. Some of the fun uses for this hand are, for example, using a drill becomes very silly. Yeah. The silicone is super grippy, so you can just you can hold on to anything. Oh, also, it's really heat resistant too. We actually made these with the thought of them being used as oven mitts. And if you've made it this far into the video, it stands to reason that you've enjoyed this content. So let us know down in the comments what you liked about it by hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel. We look forward to bringing you more niche cosplay tutorials in the future. and here are a handful of videos that you might enjoy from us. Thanks for watching. Bye!